Hi, I'm Deborah Hart, founder of EntrepreNursing. I'm going to talk a little bit today about how, as nurses and healthcare professionals, you can leave the overwhelm and exhaustion of working in the sick care system behind and leverage your expert skill set as a nurse to create a successful life you love. There's only one industry that has a 99% employment rate. Can you guess what it is? Yes, you guessed it. Of course, it's nursing. This means your skills are in high demand. I'm not the first one to tell you this, but I may be the first one to show you how to become your own boss. Value your skills, get paid what you're worth, and truly live out the vision you have for your career and life. 50% of nurses want to leave the industry altogether. This is a very high rate. So let's get to the reasons why. We feel frustrated and overwhelmed on a daily basis. As nurses, our job is to help people eliminate their health challenges, their pain, their issues, each and every day without fail. And even though it's never easy, we continue to show up. As a result, we're unable to fully focus on our patients or our own self-care, which is crucial to be able to consistently deliver the highest level of care. And it doesn't stop there. It's spilling over into our families and relationships, and they're beginning to suffer. We're often worried and know we're heading for burnout. But what other options do we have when we're already overloaded every second of every day and trapped in the system? And it kind of feels like Groundhog Day, right? Where Bill Murray's trying to escape being trapped in this recurring nightmare scenario day after day, same thing, day in, day out. Not able to progress, to get anywhere, to get to where it is we know we need to be able to do what it is that we know we can do. Do you see or feel any similarities here? He's trying all the methods, but stuck. Speaking of methods, how many have you been working on personal growth for a while? You've read all the books, gone to the events, maybe watched the webinars, perhaps even tried meditation, breath work, intermittent fasting, or various other therapies, just to grow and become what it is that you know you're capable of for you, for your patients, for your families, for the healthcare system. Yet how many of you are still experiencing more stress, anxiety, and overwhelm? Personal development is great, but it's not the complete solution to your Groundhog Day. I should know. I've explored it all. Let me tell you a little bit of my own story. I've had what many would call a successful career. After graduating with a science degree in biology and chemistry and serving for over 10 years as a medical assistant in the Canadian Forces, I enrolled in a nursing degree program. 4 years later, I was a highly skilled emergency nurse with almost a decade of experience in trauma and emergency medicine with the Canadian Forces, was acing all the emergency and trauma certifications, and I was just starting my nursing career. I graduated on the Dean's List. I was inducted into Dalhousie University's Honors Nursing Society, and then the International Honors Nursing Society, Sigma Theta Tau. I was flying high. A couple of years later, I had multiple job offers across Canada, the US, and abroad. I decided to see Canada's Arctic, and soon after was in a nursing charge position in one of the most challenging nursing careers, remote Arctic nursing. I paid off over $70,000 in student loans. I purchased a new car and a house within 2 years of completing my nursing degree. Realizing there was more I could do for my patients, I went back to school for an Arctic remote nursing program and the Introduction to Nurse Practitioner course. I was hooked, and soon thereafter applied for a master's in nursing and the nurse practitioner degree. While studying for my master's at Dalhousie, I returned to trauma ER nursing, and while studying, received multiple awards and scholarships. At the age of 31, I was a relatively early pioneer in advanced nursing practice. A small group of nursing professionals with a master's, a nurse practitioner's license, and a professional designation to be able to diagnose and prescribe, enabling me to bring more to my patients and their well-being. I brought these skills first to Africa, Sierra Leone, to give back where I could. Then back to the Arctic, followed by other remote regions across Canada, and then into the new collaborative emergency centers, bridging my emergency and primary health care and family medicine all into one. Despite my professional success, it was never enough. I was never enough. I lived in a world that was sick, in a sick care system full of bullies that were on power trips in their roles and seemed to have no concern for me, my patients, nor my fellow healthcare colleagues. This bullying and extra stress and overwhelm caused others to either quit their jobs or turn to bullying themselves with the "if you can't beat them, join them" mentality. We were in a sick system that was only getting sicker. I threw myself further into my work, seeing what else I could do for my patients, taking on more roles and skills training, and doing my best to help fix the system, even though it seemed not to want to be fixed. I began working longer hours, studying more, and constantly living in some form of stress, anxiety, overwhelm, then depression, and PTSD, diagnosed as a subset of all that I had been enduring under a sick system. At about that time, I started reading all the books, The Secret, The Power of Now, The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari, and so on. Anything I could get my hands on to help me understand how to better help myself and my patients and figure out how to best fix this sick system. I embraced my new direction of personal evolution of self and others, and the nursing entrepreneur. This innovation is where I've been able to thrive, providing care focused on health and wellness, not on the management of sickness and illness. In doing so, I have founded and grown $1 million a year business, as well as 3 successful other businesses. I've become an entrepreneur. I founded EntrepreNursing because once I discovered I could use all of the nursing skills I had dedicated myself to acquiring, focus on wellness rather than illness, and thrive in every area of my life, as a result, it soon became a passion to be able to share it with as many nurses as possible. If I could radically change my life with this framework, I knew it could change the lives of so many others. The best part? As a nurse, you already have the skill set. Resilient, reliable, detailed, resourceful, and always innovating. These skills that are both innate and the ones that we were taught during our nursing training and our experience are the exact ones needed to thrive as an entrepreneur. As it turns out, the word entrepreneurs was misspelled. Put that last E at the end, and it's really entrepreneurs. And there's a booming market for healthcare providers across North America and globally that is not illness-based. The healthcare sector is predicted to grow 21% by 2024. It is the fastest growing sector. The wellness industry is valued at $4.5 trillion and is continuing to grow at a historic rate. At the end of this presentation, I have a free download for you that will give you just some of the markets and industries and healthcare and wellness for nursing that I'm talking about. And that's just going to touch the tip of the iceberg. You can avoid the inevitable burnout of the sick care system by shifting your career focus to 1 or 2 simple and lucrative opportunities that keep you and your patients out of the hospital. We get into nursing knowing and being told that there isn't anything that we can't tackle as a nurse, and the world is our oyster. But by the time we graduate, it often seems that we do so with blinders on, seeing the hospital or that sick care system as the only place to work. Even those of us who educate and do research, so much of that too is based on the sick care system. It's like we've forgotten about the whole world of wellness and health, the holistic view of the patient. Once I realized that I'd done that, almost forgotten about the world of wellness, and returned to the holistic view of the patient, the system, and even myself, everything began to shift again for the positive. We don't need to get lost in sick care. We can help ourselves, our patients, and even the healthcare systems, healthcare itself, by realigning ourselves with health and wellness and restoring what has been lost for so long. Your healthcare career can be enjoyable. You can have greater satisfaction in your work. You can enjoy more free time and improve wealth in your life and work. You can work smarter, not harder. You can achieve value over volume and quality over quantity. Becoming an entrepreneur can help you powerfully realign with your passion to help others. It will give you complete control of when you work, how you work with patients, and what you can do in your own life because you have time for yourself. You can step into your full potential and become the change you want to see in healthcare. EntrepreNursing is the way forward in your career without the overwhelm, burnout, stress, and disengagement you're feeling right now.
I never imagined myself working in small business when I first graduated, but the education, support, and opportunity that Deborah has provided for me cannot compare to previous large companies I've worked for. Deborah is driven, passionate, and the hardest working person I know.
I didn't know I would find this so satisfying until the course with Deborah Hart. She and her staff really made things make sense. Very knowledgeable and supportive. Would encourage anyone interested to contact these wonderful people and get educated and motivated at the same time.
In addition to her success as an entrepreneur, one of Deb Hart's exceptional qualities is her consistent ability to share her knowledge and success with others who are seeking to start in business. As a healthcare professional, her dedication and skill are matched only by her willingness to support the professional and business community through mentorship and education. She's offered her time willingly on countless occasions to coach others to excel in business.
In as little as 6 months, you can leave overwhelm and exhaustion behind and pivot your valuable healthcare skills into a thriving, wellness-based practice. In just 6 months with me, you'll be able to shift your mindset and awaken that powerful nurse within you. Identify your genius and match your current skill set to the perfect business for you. Design and set up a thriving business you love. The fastest path for healthcare professionals to achieve work-life balance and financial freedom is actually outside the bureaucracy of the sick care system. Changing floors really isn't going to help, and waiting for things to get better within the system isn't going to happen because, let's face it, the system itself is sick. It's never going to be able to change. It's up to us. It's up to you as nurses to make that change, to make the change that you need in your career and your life. The cost of inaction is great. So let's just look at a couple of examples. How much time do you spend in a state of suffering, frustration, overwhelm, exhaustion? 2 hours a day, maybe? 2 hours a day equals 700 hours of suffering every year. What kind of toll does that much suffering have on you, your family, your patients? How many of you feel that you don't have enough time to build a business? Again, let's look at the math. If you could take 3 hours a day, you'd have the 1,100 hours a year necessary to build a whole other business. Take all of those hours out of suffering, put it into developing what you want. You could build that whole other business, one that could create more time and freedom in the long run. At the current rate of just barely getting through your day after day, you're getting more of what you don't want versus more of what you do. You are powerful in your career and your life, and you do have a choice. You can achieve more. The 6-month entrepreneur course will take you through the proven and actionable framework I use to create my thriving, lucrative wellness business, and it's designed with everything you need to get started so you can step into, powerfully claim, and achieve more in your career and life without the overwhelm of doing it alone. Here's what you'll learn when you enroll. Module 1. Mindset for EntrepreNursing. This is not your average mindset training. This is specifically designed to help you fast track your results as you create your business. The deep dive will be for you to understand the foundations of business and life success by opening up your mindset. Address any limiting beliefs that are in your way. Get clear on your inner technology and how to leverage it. Discover the power of decisions and gratitude, and awaken the powerful nurse within you and elevate your experience. Module 2. Opportunities for EntrepreNursing. The market for your skills is endless. The key is in understanding how to identify and vet the right opportunities that are aligned with the work you want to do. You'll master an understanding of business opportunities within the wellness market, identify what is possible and those opportunities. Get clear on what you want in your life. Create what's possible for you and your future, and implementing goal setting and management. In Module 3, we'll realign your vision with EntrepreNursing. You're likely ready to embark on a journey, and the key will be in honing it in your area of genius. In this module, you'll gain absolute clarity around where you want to focus and how to get started. Plus, you'll learn how to identify your genius. Match your skill set with the right opportunities. Participate in empowering business assessments. Receive client diagnostics for success, and be able to identify your core conflicts. And reinforce wellness, yours and your clients. Module 4. Executing outcomes for EntrepreNursing. Launching and growing your business doesn't have to feel overwhelming. You'll explore how to do marketing, lead generation, leveraging your network to have a solid business foundation on day one. We'll dive deeper into the design of your business. Evaluate marketing objectives and outcomes. Get your business set up and thriving. And review authentic sales interventions and the power of questions. This rings so true to me. This quote by J.B. Palmer. And it resonates with what I feel as a nurse and how I feel about my fellow colleagues, my fellow nursing colleagues. J.B. Palmer said it best. I want to say what noble work you do. And now it's time to do it for yourself. Nature needs no help, just no interference. It's time to leave the overwhelm behind and put passion back into your work. I have a free download for you that includes 27 business opportunities for highly skilled nurses. And again, that's just the tip of the iceberg of our opportunities. Follow the link below to download and to schedule a complimentary strategy call with me to see how you can begin aligning your vision with your life. Thank you for joining me today. I so look forward to hearing from you.